What's up guys, welcome back to another video. It's Algonite here, and today we're going to be reacting to When She Accidentally Argues for Trans Rights. Ooh, it's a juicy one. It's a transgender LGBTQ video. Let's see what we have in store for today. I already tell the comments are already kind of, I already kind of made some comments, but I've only seen like 30 seconds of this video, so let's see here.
So if you are gay, you can't change it because you're born that way. But
I would certainly like to know though how anyone is born gay, right? I mean, like, don't you like start getting like your sexual stuff like actually starting to get attracted to people when you're like, at least sexually, when you're like hitting puberty. So I mean, how is it when you're born then?
if you are trans, then you can change it because you were not born that way.
Okay, so if you're trans, you can't change it because you were not born that. So you're not. So I think she's saying because you're not born. Like, let's say you're a man, right? But you were not actually born a man. If you're a trans woman, right? If that person becomes a trans woman, that person wasn't actually born a man. That person was born a woman. That person was not born a man, right? That person was born a woman inside, but still has male body parts and all of that. But what is it like? This all boils down to what is the definition of gender? What's the definition of sex? Okay, what are we talking about here? Can you be transgender? Can you be trans sex, or can you be transgender? You know, how can you change the gender? What does gender mean? It depends on all those things. So,
I don't think you're stupid. I do think you're hateful.
but literally, why though? I mean, I guess I haven't seen the rest of her video, but I mean, I'm just gonna say disagreeing with the ideology and not understanding it isn't hateful. If it is, I think we have some very low standards of hate.
But you also thought this was a good point worth posting on the internet. So maybe it's a little of both. But I'm going to answer your question as if it was genuine. Because here's the thing. You're
Well, maybe it is genuine. Maybe you don't know. Maybe it is genuine.
actually so close to understanding. Like frustratingly close. Your little gotcha here. It actually makes perfect logical sense if you break it down. But your hate is blinding you from seeing it. So
You see, your hate is making so you cannot understand our ideology. It's because you hate us that you cannot understand what we believe. It's your hatred. It's your bigotry. So I'm just kind of, I don't know, I just felt like doing that because, like, reminds me of like Inspiring Philosophy, or like not Inspiring Philosophy, David Wood and Inspiring Philosophy too. Like on their streams, it's kind of funny. So I don't mean to mock him in bad faith or anything, but hey, let's go.
let's do a thought experiment. Imagine if aliens came down to Earth with some futuristic alien technology and they took your brain as a cisgender heterosexual woman. And I'm going to give you a second to stop being angry about my using the word cisgender before I go on. Okay, you good? All right. So let's say these aliens took your brain and they put it into my body. Would your sexuality suddenly change? Or would you feel like you were a straight woman still?
Well, keep in mind, okay, I don't know if this guy thought about the fact that there's a thing called hormones, and like also the fact that the bodies are different, right? I mean, you'd still, if you were put into a different body, your body would be a different sex, right? Now, your brain, I don't think necessarily, I'm not sure if it has a sex, but like, I mean, that's an interesting idea. But the thing is, humans aren't born with the wrong brain in the wrong body, though, are they? Like, what's the evidence? How does your brain get born in the wrong body? Like, is it just a wrong thing of hormones? You got wrong amount of hormones or whatever in your body, so you just, I mean, so that means that your brain is in the wrong body, and so therefore you're transgender. You're actually meant to be born in a woman's body.
Stuck inside of this damn man's body.
So would your sexuality change? Was the question. So, I mean, I guess it would depend on multiple factors of, like, I guess the hormones in your body, right? And such as well. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a much more deep question, I think, than he's trying to say. He's trying to say, well, you would think that you would have the same sexuality as you would have if you were a woman, so you'd be attracted to men. If you were put into a man's body, you'd still be attracted to men, right? But, like, I think this is deeper than that. I don't think it's as simple as saying, well, actually, if you put a female brain into a man's body, she's going to be attracted to men because she wasn't a lesbian in her old body. So, but like, there's other hormones that your body would make. You'd have much more testosterone in the male body, and such as well. And brains also are known to be like neuroplasticity are known to be adapting. So your brain would probably adapt to the male body. So maybe then you would change to actually being attracted to women then perhaps. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Okay, I don't know, but that's my speculation, right? I mean, just an idea.
For these aliens and their stupid experimentations, you'd be in my body, but you'd still be attracted to men, right?
Why would you think it's that simple? I mean, who knows? I mean, okay, this is like banking on like, okay, she thinks she'd be attracted to men, right? If she was still put in a man's body, but has anyone actually had a brain transplant to actually even know what would happen? No. So the scenario, like, it's just, I don't think it works out because we don't, like, I mean, we might be able to know from science, but like, so far, as far as I know, we don't know, but
that's who you are. That's how you were born. But now you'd also be experiencing what trans people experience. This
is all even also without, this is all without mentioning the spirituality of things, like God and angels and demons and stuff. This is all without this stuff too. This is even just with like, I'm not even explaining that all right now, but I mean,
disconnect between who you know you are and the body that you're in. So you're conflating sexual attraction and gender identity, but being gay isn't about your body. It's about who you're attracted to. And being trans isn't about who you're attracted to. It's about who you are. So yeah.
So gender identity. So what is gender identity? Like, what does it mean to identify as a different gender, right? What is a gender? What is gender? Right? Is it your sex, or is it separate from sex? Is it connected to sex, or is it like, is it masculinity and femininity, which I would think makes a bit more sense, or is it just identifying and as whatever a woman is, whatever that means? Is it just saying you're something without having an actual definition for that thing?
Gay people can't change because they were born that way, and trans people transition because they were also born that way.
So they were born in the wrong body, I think is what he's saying. But were they, though? I mean, because I don't think we've ever had any brain transplants, have we?
Just accidentally made the point for trans people. Congrats.
No, she didn't.
I'm sure now that you understand this better, you'll loudly proclaim onto the internet your support of the trans community. But look, I get it. You thought you had something clever here. It feels fun to be clever.
You thought you were smart, but I outsmarted your outsmarting, woman. Haha, you see, transgender ideology is correct. You were wrong this whole time. Now come to our side and proclaim the truth and fight for equality. Fight for men to be in women's bathrooms. It's actually kind of fun to do that. I don't know. I don't hate this guy at all. He does kind of come off a little condescending, but he seems quite calm, so it makes it feel a little relaxing, I must say. So at least props to him for being relaxing, I guess, you know. But I'm having fun. I'm responding to this a little bit. I mean, it's okay. I'm having too much fun.
It feels good. Right? You thought you found the logical inconsistency that would just, I don't know, make the entire concept of gender identity just crumble?
You know what will, though? Make it crumble? Ask them to find the word woman. Ask them to define what they're identifying as and how they can be that thing.
Transphobic
internet. Then just use logic and it should work.
Internet forums would put your face on their cover pages as the one who figured it all out. But the only inconsistent thing here is your understanding of what you're even mad about. And that's really the big...
Did she even seem... I guess she could have been mad, but like, I mean, how do you know she was mad exactly? I mean, maybe she was just confused. I mean, maybe she was just prideful. I mean, but mad? I don't know.
Bigger issue, right? Because this isn't just you being confused on the internet. This faux confusion, this pretending not to understand something that makes perfect sense if you thought about it for more than 5 seconds, gives cover to actual harmful legislation. It gives cover to parents kicking their kids out. It gives cover to violence against trans people just trying to exist.
I mean, what do you mean violence against trans people? Like, I think the violence against trans people is pretty low. Like, it's lower than a lot of other violences. I think I have seen some statistics mentioned on the YouTube channel about this, but of course I haven't seen the statistics myself on the actual whatever website, but let's just, I mean, we're debunking the ideology here, not exactly all these other things. Yet,
So
at
you can
least.
keep posting your little gotcha videos, acting like you found some grand philosophical contradiction, but you're not confused and you're not asking genuine questions. You just don't like trans people. And you're looking for any excuse, no matter how flimsy, to justify that hate. But at least own it.
Where
Don't
did
try.
she hate trans people in any of her video? When did she hate trans people? Was it when she said it didn't make sense? Or was it when she implied it doesn't make sense? I guess that's hating trans people, you guys. Man.
To find a loophole to justify being a bigot, because that's not clever. That's just sad for everyone.
Okay, so he said, he literally, of course, you can't have a video like this without calling someone call someone a bigot. As you can see, let's hold on. I looked it up before. I just forgot what it means. A person who is a bigot. What a bigot is a person who is obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion. Basically, it's unreasonably attached to a belief or opinion, faction, especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonistic toward another person or people on the basis of their membership into a particular group. So basically, he's saying that she is unreasonably attached to a belief or opinion about trans people, especially, and she maybe he's also implying that she's prejudiced against trans people as well. Anyway, what do you guys think of the video? Please let me know. Is this person wrong? Do you believe in transgender ideology? I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. But it was fun to respond to this video. I definitely gotta do more of these. Oh man, I like making these videos, bro. It's fun. You know. Anyway, have a great day, you guys. God bless. I'm gonna out. Also, I like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new and you like the video, like my content. Anyway, I'm gonna out. Bye.